You Gucci, bro.
Jason Nelson, originally from St. Louis. I live back in St. Louis right now. I do stand-up comedy. I produce comedy shows and events under my company called Focus on the Funny LLC. We provide a multitude of services that incorporate stand-up comedy. Publish a few books, self-publish and whatnot. And I just be living life on the journey, man.
Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. I saw some of your clips. I thought they was funny as shit, but we gonna get into it. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you watch the show. We start off with the weekends. What you do this weekend, bro?
Me or him?
We gonna start off with you.
Yeah.
Damn,
you the guest.
What's today? Today's mine. Wait, what is today? My days be blurred, man. I just be.
It's Monday today.
Monday.
It's Monday today, my brother.
So fuck. What did I do? I don't know what the fuck, man. I probably Uber and Lyfted for sure.
Okay.
I think I had sex.
Oh, you a dangerous nigga, man. This nigga Uber and Lyft around St. Louis.
They gotta do a little bit of everything, man. You gotta. I mean, I ain't popping like that. So let me see. I worked. I know I jerked off for sure.
This nigga
bugging, fam.
You know what? I bought me some black charcoal powder, pure, from this place called Golden Grocery in Central West End. It whitens your teeth good as fuck. That was good. And what else I bought? Some burdock root, which I heard is good. It's a blood cleanser, and it gives you a great erection. Because I have too much pride to go buy one of those dick pills at a gas station, so I just go act like I'm one of the woke niggas who buy herbal products.
This nigga.
Hey, I'm kind of scared to go buy some shit at the gas station, dog. You fucking not wake up in the morning and some shit.
Now I done had where I took one of Rhino tablets and my blood pressure shot up, but my dick didn't work. The blood pressure went there, but my dick didn't work. And I bought those. They got these other things. These little honey, Egyptian honey things you take, whatever. But the thing about it with the shit that you gotta be on an empty stomach, and you gotta know you gonna fuck for sure. Other than that, by the time it kick in, I don't want to say bitch. I'm trying to practice not saying bitch.
Okay.
The woman has gone, or whatever your preference. No judgment zone over here. I don't judge.
Yeah, you are in Atlanta, my brother. You are in Atlanta.
but I'm working with the social services for like 9.5 years. I'm a little conscious and considerate of multitude walks of life. Plus, I grew up within residential facilities, so I'm used to being around different people.
Okay.
So, how was this motherfucking cabin trip I didn't get to go on?
Motherfucker, it was popping, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. The gang got out there. Shit, it was just me engaging the ladies for about 4 or 5 hours, man. So we, we ate good, drank good. The view was crazy. The cabin was lit, bro. Like that motherfucker was fire. We was all the way in the back in the cut and shit. In the motherfucking sticks. Like, it was crazy, dog. Like,
is it okay to ask where this cabin's at?
Blue Ridge Mountains.
Like, for those of the people not watching from Atlanta, is that part of Georgia?
Yeah, it's Blue Ridge, Georgia. Okay. Yeah, so that motherfucker, it's about 2 hours from here. About 2 hours from here. And, yeah, man, we went up for about 2 days. You know what I'm saying? Ate good, motherfucking drank good. We did a couple wineries. We went to a winery because we ran into these cool-ass white chicks from East Cobb, Georgia, you know what I'm saying? And the homie Big Felix, my dog Big Felix, he just dropped a record and shit. So he playing this motherfucking song in the spot. White girls turning up, he playing the piano and shit in there, dog. I guess they didn't like the music, you know what I mean? Like the owners and shit. So we had left, they didn't say nothing to us. But we had bumped into them white girls later on. They was like, yo, they fucking kicked us out of the winery because your boy was playing his music. She was like, her name was Becky, I think. She was like, I told him you don't like that music. Fuck you.
The cabin part of the winery or something?
Nah, you got to go in like downtown Blue Ridge. They got like shops. It's like a little small town, bro. Little shops. A bunch of wineries out there. It was some cool shit, man.
You think they afraid because like they think they'll generate some negative energy because of the music?
Nah, you gotta see Gage.
Yeah, and it like my dog, he big as a motherfucker. My other homie, he dark as a motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't think they see that many vibrant black people in the establishments like that. Like we was just having fun.
I remember Gage from Riverview though. I went there for a little bit.
You know what I mean?
So, he got way bigger, dog.
I think him on Facebook.
That nigga was that nigga got huge, dog. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hey, we call that nigga Mountain Mike now, bro. Like, I'm talking about them white girls was on that boy, cuz. You know what I'm saying?
Last time I came down here, he called me, make sure I was doing all right. And I didn't know on a super personal level, but he knew I was coming from St. Louis. He wanted to make sure I was all right. And I got lost in the backwoods, man, because I was going between Atlanta hitting up mics and then Athens doing showcases and mics. And I was scared as fuck, man.
Yeah. No, it's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
You know,
I was just thinking about like when they used to use our people as Christmas ornaments back in the day. And that's what
no. Yo, when you get down here, I love talking to some of the natives down here, man.
Yeah.
And my homeboy, man, shout out to David, man. He was telling me about Stone Mountain and how back in the day, that's where the clan used to meet. You know what I'm saying? So you know, on the top of Stone Mountain, at any given time, you go, you know, at nighttime, you fuck around and see a cross burning up there. You know what I'm saying? He say he had this situation where he must have drove down the wrong street and got chased up out of there, man.
How far is Stone Mountain from here?
About an hour. Probably about an hour. Huh?
Yeah, about 45 minutes.
30 minutes? Yeah.
Do it still got some of those elements and energies and vibes as it once did, or is
I don't get over the Stone Mountain.
I climbed Stone Mountain, which is a whole nother story. But when I got up there, I had ran into some people from New Birth. They tried to convert me, man.
They tried
you know
to
what I'm
get
saying?
you,
This is around the Eddie Long time. You know what I'm saying? They tried to get me.
It made me think of a battle, man, when you like Eddie Long.
Yeah. No, I don't get over the Stone Mountain too much, man. I've probably been like once or twice.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so, because I was staying in North Georgia, so Stone Mountain was so far from me. So, like, I've been over there like once or twice, man. But other than that, Georgia been cool, man. Like, I ain't had no racist shit happen. Or, you know what I mean? No,
the more I didn't really start venturing out. I'll be 36 in January. And I didn't really start venturing out. My comfort zone until I was about 27. I used to think everything was like St. Louis. And then I realized even in the places that seem contrary to what we are accustomed to going to, it wasn't as bad as we thought. It's just that everybody operate basically on their upbringing and what their customers seeing. But when you take a moment to converse with people, you see for the most part, people are cool.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It just feel like sometimes as African Americans, occasionally we have to be the ones to initiate the humility to show them that we safe and we cool. And that at times get me occasionally, like I'll be like, fuck, here I go again. Let these niggas know I'm not a criminal. So I got a limitation on my use of language over here?
No, you good, bro.
Okay.
No, I got acclimated to like moving around and people, man. When I was a kid, man, I went to like fucking 3 different middle schools in 8th grade, bro. In state and out of state. So I grew up in PA and St. Louis.
Okay.
So it's like moving around and shit and starting over and making new friends. Like I had to do that shit on the regular. So it was as I got older, that skill and that quality of dealing with people got better. You know what I'm saying?
Now, the flip side of having that, you developing a skill because you went around so many people. How difficult did it make it for you to not feel like, basically, how difficult was it for you to have like true, genuine connections with like friends, family, and relationships because you were accustomed to or conditioned to being uprooted?
I took it as it was, bro.
Keith don't fuck with nobody.
I do though, but I'm neutral as hell. You know what I'm saying? I'm so neutral, bro, that it was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna fuck with everybody. It's gonna be genuine until you show me otherwise. So that's how I always took shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, all right, cool. We gotta move. I ain't got no say so.
Now,
I gotta make new friends.
Like me personally, I went to about 12, 13 different schools within St. Louis alone. And then I didn't realize, like I was getting dressed a couple of months ago, and I was like, fuck, I detached myself easy as fuck.
Yeah.
And that, like, it kind of made me like, is this a bad topic to discuss in y'all podcast, man?
No, man. Hey, we talk about everything, bro.
I don't want to come up emotional.
No, we Gucci, bro. We're gonna get into this music in a minute.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I realized how fucked up I came off because it's like if I go through a breakup, relationship, friendships, anything, it's like I'll be sad for a minute, but then all of a sudden I go back into my mode of not knowing anybody.
Yeah.
You know,
that's you might need to talk with someone, my brother.
I used to go to therapy.
Man got vulnerable up here, didn't he?
You know what?
And that nigga might need to. Hey, do you need to speak?
Hey, listen, don't. We ain't finna laugh at the vulnerability.
No, it's all love. No.
Man, I heard this nigga stand up, cuz.
First and foremost, let's give a round of applause. Vulnerability is in. Shout out to Kanye West and Drake. Vulnerability is in. Nobody want to clap for that?
You feel me?
People talking about mental health awareness right now. Emotions and feelings. Black men have emotions and feelings.
Yeah, we do.
Everybody ain't been okay. Maybe you ain't been.
Niggas ain't tough like that.
Yeah,
niggas be thinking they tough. You know what I'm saying? I
don't mind it.
I cry a couple times a year. Goddamn.
Tupac made Dear Mama, bro, and shed so many tears. Kanye West ain't make vulnerability popular.
And Tupac also said that he has feminine ways because he was raised predominantly around women.
That's okay.
He did say that, right? I'm not knocking him. Though.
That's okay. Kanye was too.
But I'm saying, but Tupac always acknowledged that part. But sometimes we skip over that fact because if you watch him in interviews, his mannerisms, it comes out. Like I got partners, I'm like, I could tell you was raised predominantly around women because when you keep talking, it comes out in your gestures, your voice. I don't think that makes them less of a man. It's just a product of their environment.
Hey, shout out to my cousin. You know what I'm saying? She say vulnerability is the new success.
See, that's what I'm talking about. See, it's my time. It's my time.
Also,
it's my time.
Shout out to Bunny Monroe. She say mental health is real.
Yeah.
She blew you a kiss, man.
Yeah,
I don't know if that was meant for you, but
whatever it is, show support to everybody because I want to pay homage to you. You know why? I watched you, and this is what everybody say is that people like you gave me hope, and I know like within this game and this industry of all walks of life, nothing is what it appears to be. Right. But I'm talking about like. I like the way that you reinvented yourself. I remember when I clicked on TV and I saw you like this dude from St. Louis, and then I found out that you're ingrained in like you're like part of hip hop history.
Man, I appreciate that.
Not only just across the board, but even within St. Louis, like you was an advocate and a voice for a different form of hip hop that the rest of the world wasn't introduced to. Man, and you wore that. No, I mean that like for real shit. So that's why I say I'm not here to debate with you.
This nigga about to share the thug. Like no,
but it's like
man, we ain't crying on this show.
But the crazy part is to get to where you was going, you had to go through a whole level of shit. You was a part of a whole different era. Like you had to go from St. Louis, where we fucking born and raised in, to New York and prove yourself over and over and over. And it had to be other shit you had to go through before you got to show the world what you had to. So I'm saying that takes, when you break it down from a human being perspective, that takes a lot of fucking guts. And it don't mean that you had the courage out the gate. It's like you developed it along the way. So what I'm saying from you, I seen little spurts of you. I don't know everything. I don't know what you're comfortable about discussing, but I know it's spurts. I done seen when you had some ups, some downs, and it's just following through social media. And then you even showed some vulnerability.
Of course.
On your birthday, man. See,
of course.
People watch you talking about, man.
No, that's Will. Hey, cuz.
Man, no, why you being so hard on my boy who going?
Hey, no. Will Gucci, cuz Will a softy though, bro. Like not in a bad way. Like this nigga has, he has, feelings, bro. Like this nigga, no bullshit. Like niggas, like
I'm a goddamn thug. Man.
Like check me out. Wifey told me today. She was like, damn, nigga. Like I can't remember what we was watching, bro. But like it was some sad shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? She in the crib tearing up watching this shit. I'm like. She's like, that was touching, wasn't it? I'm like, it was cool. She's like, you ain't got no empathy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, is something wrong with me? God damn it. You know what I mean? But
then you say you don't have no empathy. Is it because that you possibly had to detach yourself so easily? Was you like, why did you go from state to state?
A lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? My mom and them was, you know what I'm saying? My mom and dad was selling drugs and shit. Why?
Had to slide out.
Niggas.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Niggas, the youths. The black youths.
I remember going through Pennsylvania my first time in New York. I took the no-toll route, and I thought it was a beautiful, creepy place. Because what I was driving through was right past Pittsburgh, but I was going through the outskirts where there's a bunch of hills. Yeah. And I thought these was like dead wolves, but it was coyotes. But I see dead niggas, but not dead like wolf.
I
like, but it's a coyote. I find out. You know what I'm saying?
No, you know what I'm saying. I grew up in Erie, bro, in the cut. It's down the street from Pittsburgh, so that's probably where he was rolling through. So a little small town.
Kind of like when I was rolling through Tennessee on my way here. You see all those nice houses, but they like blended in with the trees and the hills.
Yeah, going in the cut, there's gonna be some ratchet shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, what's up with the motherfucking? You heard Snoop Dogg said TDE was the new. Well, a better version of Death Row. I want to say new Death Row. Said it's a better version of Death Row, cause I think I agree with Snoop Dogg, cause they, them niggas they affiliated, they gang banging, you know what I'm saying, but they still keep it positive and neutral, and they get money, you know what I'm saying. So they doing it better than Death Row, because Snoop was like, nigga, when we was in Death Row, all we wanted to do was be the toughest, roughest niggas. We wanted to fuck niggas up. And it wasn't about each one teach one type deal. He's like TDE is, and he was like, they the new version, a better version of Death Row.
I'm gonna shut up and then
No, I ain't.
They admitted too. They learned the game from Death Row.
Yeah, they took the blueprint.
It's all right if I get a little bit more.
Just like
Master
man. Master Jay-Z did the same thing. Jay-Z and Dame did the same thing. Master P.
Yeah.
Seeing his mistakes.
Y'all niggas is missing out on a key point, dog.
Yeah.
And this is me as a fan, as a music artist, as a human being who's a bitch ass nigga in his own way. I'm tough in some ways. I'm accustomed to taking hits. I'm like she said, vulnerability is the new success, man. See, I'm groomed in this. This my era right now. You know what I'm saying?
I need to get that on a T-shirt.
Yeah, You know what? You're right, but maybe it should be a partnership since we all kind of got accustomed to it right here. I don't want to seem like the nigga who stole
Hey,
it.
cut my cousin in.
That's cool too. Hey, it's more than enough to go around. But the thing about it is, this is where they kick in at, man. It's because the godfather of all this shit, Kanye West.
That's that bullshit.
No, it's not, dog. It's not. Now, I'm not going to say it wasn't people before him, but he took it and commercialized it. That's why you get the Drakes, the J. Coles, the Kendricks, where you can be I'm not this, and
I don't know, bro.
I ain't talking about rapping ability.
But hey, I won't dispute that. He did it because even with Pac showing his vulnerability on records, he still was trying to be hard at some points. Kanye is just like, I'm me. I'm not a tough guy.
If you beat my ass, oh well. You know what I'm saying? It's that like, and it doesn't minimize the dudes who was on some strictly gangster shit. But what we learned is a lot of those niggas wasn't as gangster initially before the music as they was. And it's not to say they were bitch ass niggas. They just started conform to what they thought they had to be.
But TDE, them niggas before they really was active, nigga. Them
you
niggas
mean the
really
people behind the scenes are the
no, nigga.
The artists too. They was
Kendrick affiliated, J Rock get down, nigga. Schoolboy Q get down. You know what I'm saying? Like them niggas was.
Now you know that you said Kendrick affiliated. You gotta think those other dudes.
You gotta think though. They come from. What they, you know what I'm saying? The gang banging, what, culture. About 40 years old in Cali.
That's the
they caught on the tail end of that shit where the OGs was starting to figure out, yo, the way we doing this shit, the way we moving is fucking stupid. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So let's move this way. You know what I'm saying? Let's incorporate some businesses. Let's not necessarily fuck each other up over a color. You know what I'm saying? And I think that we're just seeing the product of that environment starting to wise up.
And like you saying, like they starting to recognize that they need to do some different things because they see value within us as humans. And same token, the perfect embodiment of this, to me, RIP is Nipsey Hussle.
Facts.
Super intelligent, smart, had the credibility, you know what I'm saying? And I usually get chill bumps when I say some point, but I think Nipsey Hussle was the perfect embodiment of all those things. So TDE as a label, I can most definitely identify with that. But as a person who wore it on his chest, and I'm not gonna say I wasn't a super fan of his music because I normally don't listen to West Coast music. Like I like the Too Shorts and stuff like that. But I was a fan of Nipsey's when I seen that he was trying to sell a CD for $100. The Proud to Pay. So I always admire individuals like that. You know what I'm saying? So like I became more of a fan of his music in more recent years, and then more so, and not to sound bandwagon, but unfortunately, due to his untimely death, unless depending on how you look at it, but out of respect for people and their views, it's like he was a sacrifice, and within that sacrifice, his message was ultimately spread that inspired other people. So to me, he really is the embodiment of what we identify TDE as, at least in human form. Now TDE is just like, you would be a dumb motherfucker not to capitalize off Kendrick. This is still a business. You get what I'm saying? You from the hood. Kanye West grew up in Chicago. Now I ain't gonna say he was in the hood like that. I don't know. But Kendrick can be identified and vouched for like, nigga, this is where you lived. This is where you grew up from. Like we from St. Louis, we all identify with different neighborhoods and areas and family members and stuff like that. So even if we weren't super active in anything or not active at all, they're like, oh, nigga, I know where you from.
Yeah. Facts.
So that I'm not saying that. I'm not talking about credibility, like manhood. And I'm just saying like Kendrick had that before somebody who was from it, in it, and then took it and ran the game with it and became a CEO with it and a boss with it. Nobody did it better to me than Nipsey Hussle.
Facts. Check me out right here, cuz. This we gonna do right here, dog.
Now what's that represent?
What's that? Did you know, Bill? Cuz. So did you know?
We didn't even get into it.
We gonna get into it.
Hold on, explain it to
him. I'm gonna explain it after I get this. Did you know? God damn it! Did you know? Sweat itself is odorless. It's the bacteria in your skin that the shit mingles with that creates that funk that you niggas be giving off. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep your shit fresh because you got to wash your body, my G. You know what I'm saying? But this is Did You Know, Bill, man. You can
now, for the record, I told you I pulled this shirt out the trunk. Like my tires.
That's the first did you know. You what you trying to say, man? You trying to kill my nigga?
Like the nigga trying to give me some gum and shit next. I'm like, hey, bro. I had on a long john shirt down here. I forgot it's warmer down here. You know what I'm saying?
Get these niggas some Bacardi.
You know
like, bro, this will make you smell better. Now, you can ring this motherfucker anytime, bro. Man. You know what I'm saying? The shit get too active in here, or you want to just ring it out of nowhere, cuz I got to hit you with some
So if I feel like something good and I got a fact, I go like this?
You can do, yeah.
I got the permission. I want to cross
If you got the did you know, if you got a did you know, you got a fun fact, shoot that shit out there, man.
All right. Well, can I do this?
Man.
Did you know it's more than one way to identify as a black man?
You goddamn shit. I mean, it should be.
That?
It should be.
Yeah, you would think so, but that's where we get Kanye West from.
How many people in the world?
Speaking of Kanye, man, I wanted to get off into this album, man. Like, what did you think of it?
I didn't get it. I ain't be honest with you. I was doing a lot of sending over the weekend when it dropped. I couldn't listen. I got to listen to it when my mind and my body is pure, cuz you know what I'm saying? So I heard one song, I heard one record, bro. The lyrics were kind of light. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't I don't know, bro. Maybe I didn't disassociate myself with secular Kanye. You know what I'm saying? I didn't give myself time to, all right, hold up. Let me fix my mind to listen to this nigga. You know what I'm saying? I heard one record. I'm like, this ain't the Kanye I normally know, bro. So it was like, I wasn't interested in running that motherfucker through, but I gotta listen. I'm gonna go back and listen to it.
Ain't too many bars you can kick about Jesus.
You can. Yeah, man, what you talking about? Lecrae cold, bro.
Well, you know what?
Lecrae walked that line though.
It don't matter.
Lecrae crossed over.
Matter.
It don't matter, bro.
It does matter. A lot of people who are
adjusted too though.
A lot of Christians don't consider what Lecrae does as Christian rap.
No more,
Christian.
Bro.
He used to purely identify as Christian.
I mean,
bro.
And then when you
Does he use the 808s in his beat in his song?
Because he
does
does songs with secular artists.
Yeah.
And on top of that, he actually has denounced just purely identified as a Christian artist.
Bro, this is my thing.
No, like
man.
they used to be a part of this label Cross Movement. I remember it was a dude named JR who was like the gospel version of Brad Young. They was actually partners at one point. You know what I'm saying? And then one dude got saved and he went all his way. They was identified with Cross Movement, was I believe is based in Philadelphia. And these guys at one point was purely 100% Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now as they began to make adjustments, and it's not to knock and say their faith walk isn't real. Mm-hmm. You know, I know Flame went to go be a minister in Kentucky at one point. I don't know if he's still there. But these guys is openly just denounce whatever they initially used to stand on. These guys used to be purely, if it ain't of God, I'm not doing it. And now they made justifications for why they can't do both sides. Now, this is somebody that you got to know if you was around from some earlier aspects of them to know this information.
Yeah. But I don't want it, bro. I don't want to hear gospel music from somebody who hasn't been through the fire, bro. Like I want to hear, like I want to hear what you've been through. Like I want to hear the stories and the sermons from dope dealers. I want to hear that from cats who was just out in these streets, just grimy, man. Like your life just done the worst shit you could ever do. And I want to get that message from you and how you reformed and how you changed your life.
See, in the same,
you know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't fault Kanye. Like I don't think he's, you know what I'm saying? Like the nigga done been like his last interview, he was like, "Cuz after my mom died, I went over the edge."
Yeah.
He's like, "Cuz I overindulged in my addiction to porn, all that stuff." He was like, niggas who I had working on the album with me, he was like, "Yo, I asked that while y'all working on this album, y'all don't have any premarital sex. Y'all don't, you know what I'm saying, don't sin, do nothing like that when you're working on the album. I asked you to just focus on this." You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
I read that.
Come on, bro. Like when are you allowed to change?
Evolve.
Evolve, change, transition.
No,
like when are you allowed, bro?
Online, I seen you make Christian references. So how do you identify with it as a person who probably wasn't as much into Christianity that you seem like you may be going into that direction? At your own pace.
My thing is this. No, I can't. I can't say that his walk isn't real. But all I can go off of is what you give me. You know what I'm saying? He came in on some Christian, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Then towards the third album, I told God I'll be back in a second. Yo, it's so hard not to act reckless. So
that's
he
real
told
shit.
you,
Right.
But he told you exactly what it was that he was finna do.
So what?
Then he came out.
He's conscious.
Let me finish. Then he came out. With the whole Egyptian, he was a pharaoh and all this type of stuff, and then he came out. He was a guy. He's Jesus. That's blasphemous. You know what I'm saying?
Man, bro,
now he's back, and to me, it doesn't look genuine. And I have the right to believe that it's not genuine.
Bro, you know what? You have the right to believe it, but if you a real ass motherfucker, and nobody's perfect, and this is not to justify foolishness. And this is not a shameless plug, I promise, but it's gonna sound like it. But I wrote 2 books. One's called Comedic Confessions. The other's called Comedic Confessions, Drunken Mind, Sober Tongue, which I was inspired by the Psalms of David. And I put all my dirty shit that I can think of out there like 4 years ago because I knew one day I was gonna be successful. Right. So this is before the Bill Cosby shit, but I put it out there. I'm like, bitch, I already told you. But when you read through the Bible, they consider it in most of the more Western civilized religions, whether you're talking about Judaism, Christianity, Muslims, they identify as Abraham as the father of the faith, right? You think Abraham, if you really read through those books, he started off with a lot of faith? You know how he developed faith? By fucking up. He fucked up. God told him, I'm going to provide you and your wife a child. Be patient. His wife felt inadequate. So she said, look, I got this maidservant bitch. You can fuck her and have a baby with her. He did. The bitch he had a baby with, don't know if anybody can identify with this. She felt like she had equal footing in their home as the wife because she had a baby. Then the wife like, you know what, this bitch got to go. So then Abraham said, all right, got to go. God said, I'll take care of both of them. Now, if Abraham was alive in this day and age, he'll be identified as a deadbeat, right? Just like when he finna take his son up to kill him on the mountain, and right when he obeyed, God said, provided a goat. He said, the Lord will provide. By the end of Abraham's life, he can identify, say, you know what, no matter what God says, I trust him. But it didn't start off. If you have children, sometimes your kids start off trusting you, you throw them in the air, and then sometimes they like a little scared until they know daddy or mommy's gonna catch them. Yeah. That's what I think is going on with Kanye and others like him, is that they just on the forefront so we get to see their transformation before us. You get what I'm saying? Just like Kim Kardashian, everybody call her a hoe for what? Because she sucked a nigga dick that she was in a relationship with on camera? I've recorded bitches before. You get what I'm saying? I've been recording going down a bitch that I thought I was going to be with forever.
Yeah, I feel you.
You get what I'm saying? Like, come on. But they shaming this bitch as if she can't give the opportunity.
I'm good. I can't fuck with her, though.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
I can't, because I done jerked off the shit still.
All I'm saying.
I can't meet the bitch without thinking about it.
All I'm saying, check me out. All I'm saying is, nigga, if I was single, my nigga, and I met Kim Kardashian, we could probably smash, but look, I can't kiss you. Hey, we ain't getting married.
Hey, we had this argument on one of the first podcasts we had.
Getting married. Got ran through. Shawty, I'm good.
Now, can I say something? Go.
Yeah, that nigga ran through. Nigga, hey,
no,
Hey, what? Yeah, nigga,
man,
bro.
She fucked.
Facts,
bro.
He got ran through because we know most of probably all females.
Man, every bitch we know. I hate to say this, and I don't want to offend nobody's parent, but all the women we know at one point have done things. I think for some of us men, that the reason why we so disappointed is because it's been ingrained in our mind that these women are on a pedestal, right? And they these queens and princesses, and men are animals and dogs. But when we get out in the world, we be like, damn, these bitches really ain't shit.
Oh, they ratchet too.
Hey, but you know what? You ever thought about the fact? You ever thought about the fact that we spent since the hormones kicked in, we spent our whole lives trying to turn these girls into sluts. And then once we get old enough, we be like, damn, they sluts. I can't even wife you because of what I did to you when I was 13. Like, that shit is wild, bro.
Which leads me to the other thing. You know how they talking about the hashtag, which I do believe advocating on behalf of women's rights and having a voice is important, because it's a lot of people who have been taken advantage of. In the same breath, can we not front and act like we never been involved with a woman who was like, nigga, you scared? You be like, damn, bitch, I'm trying to respect you.
Come
on now. I don't know where fuck y'all from.
So you scared to get this pussy?
Right, your little homeboy. Like, come on, bro. I've been shot. I'm 36 almost. And I'm like just now coming to grips with reality that bitches
they've been aggressive.
No. You're right. They've been this way. Come on, man. I don't know if anybody. I've been married twice, right? Bitches don't give a fuck if you married.
That's a fact.
They don't give a fuck.
But
down
you know
here,
what?
I'm crazy down here.
No, it's everywhere.
I'm not bragging or disrespecting. I'm gonna keep it a whole buck with you though. Like, I'm go ahead, crack jokes, but I'm reading this book. Right? The book, what is the name of the goddamn book?
Book King, come on, don't forget.
It's called The New Jim Crow by Michelle Alexander.
Okay.
I've been reading it for a while, but I just now picked it back up, right? It's funny you say that because the chapter that I'm in now, it talks about black men and how they're running this whole campaign of where are all the good black men, right? And she correlates it to it's over 1 million black men in jail right now. You know what I'm saying? So I say that to say when you factor in the 1 million men that's in jail, the ones that's gay, the ones that's out of jail but can't provide and all that kind of shit. Like I can understand why women don't give a fuck about and it's fucked up to say. I promise you it's fucked up to say. But I understand why, especially you take Atlanta, right? A lot of these niggas down here is gay. Take them off from the jump. So a lot of these niggas is gay. A lot of the good guys that could be eligible to have all the talent, all the brains, all the charisma, all that. A lot of them niggas is in jail. So
you lean towards my boy Keith over here for
when it's all said and done, shit. If I'm a woman, what are my options? But if I want to produce a black baby, what are my options?
The reason I'm finna connect with Keith right here, when he talking about reading the gospel, he like basically you saying I want to see somebody who been through some shit, right? So now this is my genuine rebuttal. Not I get what you're saying if I'm only looking on the surface. In the same breath, here I go quoting the Bible, even though I don't identify as Christian. It says, we all fall short of the glory of God. Is none good under the sun. What you judge somebody by, you be judged by that same measurement. That means these women are exalting themselves as if they're holier than thou, first and foremost.
How?
I'm going to go through my list first. And second and foremost, because first of all, why they holding men more accountable than they willing to hold themselves? At the end of the day, we're all human. Just because you got a pussy and some titties. No, wait. I heard you got a promise, man. Now, this your show. If you want me to shut up, I'll shut up.
No, go for it.
So, okay, now, with this being said, now hold me accountable. You may stump me. I'm not looking to be a winner. We have a conversation. But my thinking is this, is that if she's a human and I'm a human, some of us are product of the environment. Second of all, I don't want to be dismissive. I'm not pandering, but I don't want to be dismissive as men who are gay being seen as not good. They just not interested in these particular women, which is okay. Now, with that being said I meet bitches all the motherfucking time. We all meet women, right? In our own respective manner, right? What fucking value do you add to me besides you exclusively sucking my dick and giving me pussy?
You haven't met the right woman.
No. Listen. I'm not saying that they don't exist. I'm talking about for those who put out these statements as a general, or put out these things as a general statement. What value do you add to me? Are we compatible? Maybe the man that you're meeting just isn't your fucking soulmate. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean that it ain't no good man. And talk about that, being in jail doesn't devalue you. Having a college education don't make you greater.
Okay, here's the thing. Being in jail, you say being in jail doesn't devalue you. In society, it does. And on top of that, if you're in jail right now, if you're currently incarcerated, if I'm a woman, how can I date you?
First and foremost, most of the most intelligent people you're going to come across is those who've been institutionalized, because we ain't had shit to do but think. Now, I've never been an adult institutionally, but as a child, I had nothing to do but observe human behaviors and think.
I don't think you understand my point.
I get your point. I'm just taking a different layer.
So let me answer that, bro. So I believe that the shit is so subjective because women create these standards for the black man or the man that they want in their life. You feel what I'm saying? Like we was just like it was 2 weeks ago. They had the No Buffer podcast where they was talking about fucking dick size, and a few women was like, "Yo, I can't fuck with a nigga who got the shrimp, but he may have everything else. The nigga may have the intelligence, the job, the career, the car, the money, but they won't rock with the nigga because his meat small."
But if they fat, these bitches want to identify body positive.
But the thing of that's what I'm saying. Like, of course, bro. It's niggas in jail. It's a million niggas in jail. It's niggas who don't want to do shit. It's niggas out here gang banging. It's niggas who nothing. They lazy. Of course, that takes a million niggas, 2 million, 3 million niggas off the market. You know what I'm saying, for black women. So I understand. When you said this shit you said, Will, like I understand. Like I never really looked at it as that because I'm only me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like I'm not checking for a million black men. You know what I'm saying? Like the black woman is. So I understand. Like it's a shortage of stand-up niggas that they looking for.
What
you know what I'm saying?
What the fuck is stand-up though?
Listen, check me.
I don't beat your ass. I don't cheat on you.
No.
Wait.
Come on, man.
Come on, bro.
Wait a minute, because if we're going,
was your daddy?
Hey, wait. You said wait.
But he wasn't perfect though, was
It
he?
ain't about being perfect.
Okay, listen.
It's about the lack of resources that the black women have in black men.
You ask what a stand-up man is. A stand-up man
don't devalue yourself as a man, dog.
What are you
talking about?
What I'm saying is,
let me finish.
Not you, but
a stand-up man is gonna protect this woman at all costs. It's whole ass niggas out here who won't even defend their woman.
Yeah.
A man should be able to provide for his family. I understand how times have changed. Black women are the most educated people on the planet, but you should at least be able to hold your own.
Can I ask you a question? How many times y'all been married?
I haven't been married. He's been married
9 years, nigga.
You still?
9 years. It'll be 10 years next year.
Okay, now.
Same one.
Okay. Where did you meet her at?
St. Louis. In a bar.
No judgment.
In a bar.
But were you always at where you at now?
No, she elevated me, bro. And I elevated myself, and she helped elevate me. I elevated her.
Not to dismiss. Okay. Not to dismiss her. See, what we're not going to do is we're not going to minimize either party.
No, and I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? But in the beginning of this podcast, bro, I said I'm neutral.
Wait.
Always. Did you know?
Did you know
I'm always
that all
neutral.
humans are created equal? Did you know that?
No, they're not.
We didn't.
No, they may have different strengths and weaknesses.
Hold on, check me out, cuz.
So
we didn't take nothing. I'm not taking anything from the black man. We the most powerful motherfuckers on the planet, and the black woman is powerful as fuck as well, bro. Like. But we've been divided, bro, from the beginning of the time. So that throws everything off, and we went this direction because the women, they wasn't out in the streets getting active like the niggas was. Like in the beginning, niggas was gambling, niggas was out like running hooch.
We must grow up around different family
No,
members.
this is what I'm saying. Like we was out. Black men have always been out in the streets hustling, bro.
Well,
And you know why?
Because my family would blow your fucking brains out for the nigga would.
Because
in the past.
But the thing is because it's by design. We have been outcasted in society, so we do whatever we can to survive.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, what's your major influence when you identify a black woman? I think that'll be a good part will influence you. When you think of women, who was your biggest influence as a woman?
Who is my biggest influence?
Like when you think of a woman, the epitome of a woman, who's the first person come to mind?
My mother.
Now, why? What characteristics that your mom shown that you saw? And there's nothing wrong, but what is it that you identify within her that you should say this is an awesome fucking woman?
She was strong, but she was vulnerable. Mm-hmm. She never gave up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Even when she.
Can you give at least two specific examples if you don't mind?
In regards to her never giving up.
But I'm saying, like, when you watched her, I'm pretty sure it's a million things you've seen, but two particular situations that you saw that you said, I fucking love my mom, I respect her, and from here on out, I'm gonna treat every woman the way I want my mom to be treated. What two particular examples?
She fought a drug addiction.
Okay.
And I've watched her provide for her family with scraps.
Nothing, but
now yours. You say your mom and dad were together, right?
Yeah, they were.
Now she had the drug addiction. Yours was
my dad was addicted.
But she was but
my mom wasn't.
But they was the hustlers or something.
Yeah. So
you was on the other side. Now, what characteristics within your mind when you looked at that you identified as being a rider? Because loyalty seems to be an important thing for you too when it comes to partnership and relationship.
When I think about like to answer your question, it's not my mom. It's my wife.
Okay.
Feel what I'm saying? Because the balance that my wife provides.
Okay.
And she's always provided that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like my mom as well. I'm not taking that.
Okay, but one thing at a time though. One thing at a time. Go ahead.
I'm not.
I get you being conscious of your mom's feelings, but I'm saying like for your wife. So when you think about the epitome of a woman, your wife comes to mind.
The balance, bro. The strength, the vulnerability, the organization.
Now, out of respect for your mother, I'm gonna just ask for one. What particular thing that you wish she may have done differently that you think would have gave her? Obviously, you hold her.
My mother.
Now, yeah, but what is it about her that you thought she could have done differently, or from the outside looking in?
Nothing.
You don't think she could have, or just out of respect, just leave it alone?
No. I don't think she could have done nothing, bro. Like my mom, she fed like the community, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like any nigga I brought to my house,
like she could have did better than your dad.
Where are you going with this?
I'm trying to figure that out.
No. Okay. I'm saying because I'm gonna answer it too.
No. They did what they were supposed to do with what they had, and they did exceptionally well. You know what I'm saying? So everything that we encountered, bro. Because you look at humans, my nigga. I don't care. Right. I don't care if they're your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, bro. Anything that you're dealt in life, bro, you make a decision on what you're gonna do about it.
Okay.
You feel me? Sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. I don't give a fuck who you are, bro. But as children, we look up to our parents. You know what I'm saying? We put them on a pedestal, all that type of shit. So
you don't got the charger.
You can't put that burden on their back. You know what I'm saying? You can't put too much more on anybody than they can handle. So it's like I don't take nothing away from what they did, bro. Like we went through what we went through, and it made me who I was. It made them who it made them who they were.
I'm sorry, guys. I appreciate this opportunity to ring the bell. But think about it. Did you know that we all have personal experiences that influence the way we see things?
Facts.
See, growing up, I had 3 dominant influences of how I perceive women. I had my mother.
Damn.
It's okay. But I had my mother, who was adopted from Seoul, Korea. My father's black. I don't know if y'all could tell. You know what I'm saying? But I had my mother who was adopted from Seoul, Korea, and she was raised on West Florissant, Emerson, over in the Walnut Park area.
Right.
And I used to feel like when she used to choose to get beat on by men and used to go through her stages where I felt like she appeared to be easily accessible, it caused me, I don't think she realized I saw what I saw. It caused me to not respect her as much for a long time. Just for a long time. Not over a long, lifelong. Like she rode with me today down here. So I'm glad we made peace in that. In the same breath, I had a stepmother who was 100% black, grew up Moore Street, had spoken on incestual relations between her brother and her children, who also abused me physically, mentally, sexually, emotionally. Not trying to sound like a victim.
No, I feel you.
But those things influenced the way I approach things. And then I had the last one, my grandmother, who wasn't quote unquote as hood, but was born in the 20s from Mississippi, still alive to this day, who identified as a Methodist, a Christian, and she was the epitome of a virtuous wife. She had a store off in New State of Lexington. She used to wake up at 3 in the morning to get my grandfather close together, who was on his second marriage, who had multiple children from other cities, right? As I learned later in life. And then she used to get me ready, because when you used to get dropped off at your dad, you really get dropped off at his mama's house. Yeah. At least for me. I ain't gonna say that was you guys' experience, but that was my experience. And I remember my grandmother used to give me books like Hope and the Unseen, newspaper clippings, telling me to stay encouraged. And she came from a place where it was important to be educated as a black person. Yeah. So I'm saying, when I'm asking you guys these questions, it's because I'm like, that's why we speak from the perspective of God, because we're speaking from our personal experiences.
And that's my thing, bro.
So you look at your mom as a hero because you respect her grinds and her hustle. You saying that your mom, despite her affiliation with your father and his journey, that she always made an effort to be kind. And then your wife seems like, for you, the perfect embodiment of what you identify as a woman. And me, I can say that I'm an A-Bird fan. Before the battle rap, I was an A-Bird fan. He like, I never seen a man love my mother. So like that song, Beautiful Creature. That hit me.
I'm gonna stop you there, bro. The only reason I say that this is the ultimate facet of a woman, because no weird shit. My mother can't provide me with things my wife can. You feel what I'm saying? So it'll take, and rest in peace my father, but it'll take my father to tell you about my mother. I can only give you a portion of my mom because that love was channeled. It was only, you know what I'm saying? It was only a small lane, bro. You feel me? So there's nothing. I can't give you the epitome of what the black woman looks like, except my wife, bro.
So what I'm saying is that because all of our different experiences, we gotta say that women like me, I grew up watching my mama get her ass beat. I'm talking about that never happened to my mama. I grew up around a lot of fucking violence. Like I just had a situation where a family member of mine just had a situation, and I know that niggas, whoever had a situation with him, he's gone. I don't give a fuck who knows. So it's done. So my thing is just saying this, and everybody knows. So my thing is this: it ain't no secret. The thing about it is what I know. We all see things based on our personal experiences. That's what I'm saying.
Everything is all this shit. Life, everything is subjective.
But the women too.
Everything is subjective.
So me, I chose not to hit women when I get in an argument. Facts. You know what I do? I walk away. Facts. Because I remember seeing people get so enraged that they whoop a bitch ass until she has swollen faces. So I'm saying everybody identifies a man's strength is different.
You know what one of the toughest things is to do, bro? Create a relationship.
Hell yeah.
Cause I got to I don't know how, you know what I'm saying? I got to deal with the fuck you got on, the baggage you bringing into it, this nigga too, like men and women, bro. It's not one thing.
So nobody's perfect.
Exactly. So I don't think anybody said that shit here. You know
what I'm saying? When you're talking about okay, you may not say, but you say, okay, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just adding additional perspective.
We don't have black men don't have a lack of black women. They're everywhere, bro. Man. It's 20 to 1 in Atlanta.
So you're talking surface, but it's
that's not surface,
it's
bro.
A lack of people who can identify with you as an individual.
No.
How many women have you dated that you feel like they don't see your value?
Check me, cuz. Bro, the uneducated man, the nigga that's locked up in prison. You feel what I'm saying? The nigga who don't, bro. Women is really popping out here. They really getting shit cracking. They ain't in jail like that.
What we looking at is souls. We're talking about that. We're looking at the fact that human beings are spirits and souls.
I feel where you're going.
But
maybe talking from a different
human
angle.
Beings are souls, but at the same time, a human being a soul, that doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of the fact that I need my bills have to be paid at the end of the month.
It's quantitative.
You know what I'm saying? When it's all said and done, yes, you're a soul. I can love you for being a soul, but at the same time, you still have to. There's certain functionalities that you need from a man. Like a woman is supposed to be able to feel protected by her man.
In the same breath, for those of us who live within some form of reality aspect, which everything's reality, what did Jay-Z said? Money over bitches, niggas stick to the script. Then he stuck to the script, and guess what he said? I got the hottest chick in the game wearing my chain. This nigga was identified as being undeniably ugly. Listen, what I'm saying is that when you realize when you got something, bitches will go. This is not me saying it's the greatest.
Everybody ain't got something.
It takes time.
I ain't gonna lie to you. You speak from a space of a man who has been hurt by women.
No, act like
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
That you can say that, but I'm gonna tell you something like this. I said, how many schools you went to growing up? You identified with going to Lindbergh, right?
Right.
In South County?
Right.
I went to 13 different schools throughout St. Louis County, Creve Coeur, and the county city. I grew up with a lot of, like, you grew up watching your mother struggle with drugs here and there. So I grew up with, I'm from, my people from.
I won't say here and there, but go ahead.
Well, I'm just trying to be respectful.
No.
So I'm saying I grew up with social workers, psychiatrists, therapists, and police officers constantly in my house. My mind never flatlined until I was 27 until I left St. Louis. So it ain't about me being hurt by women. It's about that I grew up around a lot of chaos. I didn't grow up, I'm saying, I honestly can say I grew up within social services for predominantly, and I worked in it. So I'm saying I'm in family courts. I'm talking about the shit that you niggas talking about. I actually worked in it, and I lived it. So I'm talking from a different angle. This ain't based on image. Yeah. This ain't based on image. This ain't based on looking cool.
I mean, but
that doesn't take away from what I'm saying.
Well, I see things with men. But what I'm saying is that we're all. I'm not saying that I never felt hurt, but I'm saying I grew up with, because you don't know me yet. So the thing about it is, I'm gonna put an emphasis on yet because I believe in affirmations at this point in my life.
Right.
The thing about it is it's saying that we all see things from our personal experiences. So maybe you haven't experienced what I experienced. That don't mean that yours is less than. Maybe you haven't. I haven't experienced what you experienced, right?
Yeah.
But I'm saying that I'm speaking from an additional perspective. I go around white, black, gay, straight, Asian, trans. I'm talking about this is what I've identified as in my personal walk. And so that's why I rung the bell and I said, you know, it's more than one way to identify as a black.
And this is the thing, bro. Like I keep saying, bro. Everybody's life is subjective because what you went through is important, and you feel it's important enough that everybody you would speak out because it may be somebody out there like you and been through the same shit that you've been through that you can help them out. Same as me, same as Will. And the thing about it is, bro, like I believe at the end of the day, it's all about coming together and blending that shit and understanding each other.
Which happens through these type of mediums of communication.
Facts. Oh, yeah. So I'm definitely not knocking you, but I'm definitely not knocking that there is a shortage of the black man for the woman to choose or pick from. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, how about this?
From a pure number standpoint,
Quantitative.
No.
That's
you
it.
can't. You're saying
I'm not in
that
control
you-
of how many females are created versus males.
Come on,
I
bro.
didn't say
But
that
it's
you
just-
were in
it's-
control of
it's
it.
just-
What I'm
it's just
saying-
what's
females
there.
is implanted in men.
This just the numbers that's
Okay,
there.
but what I'm saying is that you I'm not saying that you are in control of how many black men are out here. But what I'm telling you is from a number standpoint, if you take 3 million men out of the pickings, because not saying that when they come out that they won't be desirable men, but what I'm saying is right now there are 3 million black men institutionalized in the system right now.
How many black men on this planet though? How many? No, in this
Boy,
country.
that's what
Okay.
It's 3 million black men in Atlanta right now, right?
No,
It's not.
I'm not 100. But then even if let's say it is,
Come on, man.
Let's say
How
it
many-
is
how
3
many
million.
black women-
Let's say it is 3 million. Let's exclude the ones that are gay and don't like women.
We ain't got to even put an emphasis on.
Yeah, we do, because women want
That
straight black
goes
women want
back to-
straight
Yeah,
black
straight
men.
black women I know got their pussy ate by bitches and ate pussy.
That, but we not
What
talking
does that
about
have to
that
do
though.
with
cuz.
her
Oh,
wanting
yeah,
a man that is?
That's what I'm
My
saying.
nigga
Like,
wildin',
nigga,
cuz.
you
Hey,
got.
are you okay, brother?
I'm okay. I'm Aquarius. You a Virgo. What are you?
I'm a Sagittarius,
See,
bro.
right.
My dad was a
We're all compatible though. So
Nah, we not. I don't fuck with Aquarius. Y'all niggas is off the chain, bro.
what, 'cause all
I'm
Aquarius.
just talking
Are
shit.
they
My
all-
dad-
are they-
my
are they
dad-
all
my dad
okay?
was cool as a fan, cuz I'm talking shit. I
I'm
don't like
just-
this nigga. He's a Virgo. I don't fuck with this nigga.
Are you saying that if a man identifies himself as gay, that a black woman should still desire him?
No.
All right then. That's one
So-
off the tally sheet. She can't fuck with him. That's another nigga she can't depend on.
What I'm saying is, it's options out here. So how many? So y'all never felt slept on by a woman?
That's not the point.
Yes or no? Yes or
that
no?
has-
What-
that-
not
maybe
me,
they need to see our view. Maybe they need to see our view.
Not me.
But that doesn't.
Okay. Have you never felt
That
slept on?
that doesn't have anything to
All right,
do.
man behind the camera.
Wait a minute, because I was talking.
Go ahead,
That
bro.
doesn't have anything to do with the fact that there are a shortage of black men, whether I felt slept on or not. Even if they overlook
You're an
me,
example that's a black
even if
man.
they overlook me, and it's 10 million black women and 7 million black men, it's still a shortage.
I don't know if
Bro,
I speak
check
too
me
loud.
out. Hold on. Check me out, cuz.
Go.
Hold on.
What they say the ratio in Atlanta is like 20 to
20 to 1, dog. It's 20 women
Then-
to 1 man.
okay.
Hey, bro, it's in Russia. In Russia, I think it's 9 million women to like more women than men in Russia. Like, come on, cuz, like we losing. Even though them niggas is white, but I'm saying we outnumbered by women, cuz, and nigga, in 2014, African Americans constituted 2.3 million or 34% of the total 6.8 million correctional population, bro.
Man, I'm not saying they don't play.
We
a
done
part
took
to it.
the L, nigga. Ain't no niggas out
Some of
here
that ain't
and
our
see-
fault, man.
And now we're
It's
not
none
talking
of
about
it is our fault.
We're not
That's
talking
the-
about.
that's-
I believe free will choice.
And see, that's the thing. You're saying that I think you think that I'm blaming men. I'm not blaming men. I'm blaming the system because this is by
I'm not blaming
design.
the
This has been a plan that has been devised since shit at least the 60s.
If I was an old white man who voted for Trump, I would laugh at you.
Bruh, the imprisonment rate for African American women is twice that of white women, dog.
So you don't.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't think the war on drugs have anything to do with the shortage of black men?
I also believe that can be a factor. I also believe in free will choice because why you ain't in it then?
Hey, bro,
Because you made a choice, right?
I'm gonna give y'all another one.
My circumstances was different than a lot of people who made different decisions.
Man, I know some niggas.
Not
go
only
ahead,
that,
go ahead. My boys ring the bell.
Not only
Check me
that,
out.
You didn't ring the past.
Not only that, but I've done stupid shit and just didn't get caught.
Right.
That's the luck of the job.
Facts.
But that don't have anything to do with my decision making.
Look,
I just didn't get caught.
Did you know African Americans and Hispanics were incarcerated at the same rates as whites? Prisons and jail populations would decline by almost 40%. So African Americans and Hispanics make up approximately 32% of the U.S. population. They comprise 56% of all incarcerated people.
And
Not
only that, but white people are more likely to commit the crimes, especially when it comes to drugs. And this is by statistics.
Okay, this is what I'm hearing from us. You talking about facts, which can be proven by statistics according to what other people told us. I'm talking about the spiritual aspect.
I feel you, brother.
So what I'm saying is that at the end of the day, when you make a marital vow, it's a good or bad, rich or poor, sickness or health, for better or worse. How many men are confident that a woman will stick through them, through good, through bad, through sick, through worse?
I am.
How many men can? Okay. You know what I'm saying? But how many men feel confident?
Okay.
How many men feel confident?
Okay, but listen. But going.
Not saying you not, but how many other men do you know?
But going,
if I don't have it all together right now.
But going into a union, it says that you should be evenly yoked.
Facts.
You talking to somebody who know the Bible like you.
I don't know the Bible like that.
At least,
I flipped through it a few times.
Hey, look, what I've learned, bro, is if you putting up forth the effort, my nigga, if you doing something, if you really getting active, cuz, like, you'll be straight.
Depending on the type of woman.
Nah, I don't even think it's that, bro. That's all they want. But you gotta understand your woman too, bro. It ain't just let me go do what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
like,
how old are you?
I'm 33.
So
I got married at 24.
No, nothing wrong with that. How long did you know this? Did you know this all your life?
Yeah, yep.
Well, did you know about the example you seen through your parents?
I just, bro, I'm not. No, check me out, cuz. My parents got divorced after 13 years of marriage, my nigga.
How old were you when they got divorced?
18. My dad told me he was gonna leave when he was 12. When I was 12, cuz I told the nigga stay till I graduated. He was like, all right, cuz. When I graduated, the nigga bonked out.
Now, for as you, what's your identity when you identify with men and women relationship? Do you see anybody with your mom? Like a lifelong?
My stepfather.
They were married or they just?
He waited like 16 years to marry her.
And so, like, how old were you when they got married?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
So it wasn't about your mom wasn't willing to marry him. It was about his, like, basically choosing whether he thought it was worth committing himself to her.
I guess so. Yeah. He was out doing man shit. He was cheating, fucking hoes, getting high.
Man shit. That's human shit, but it's not man shit. I get what you're saying though.
It's more common than men.
Yeah. Well,
Nah,
it depends. It depends.
Nah, it is.
It depends because a lot of when they always say women get better at cheating, they just don't get caught. It's like, but women can justify them cheating based on the fact that they're feelings, and men they say, "No, I don't feel wrong," but men can feel rejected.
You know what I think, bro? Like that, women are better. I think that just was some shit that you know what I'm saying. That just caught fire, a saying, a phrase that caught fire on the motherfucking internet. Whoop wop, this and that, Brody, because. We all do the same shit, man. We all human, cuz we all. No, bro. I'm not. And this whole goddamn time. Did you know the dinosaur noises in Jurassic Park? Some of them were made by recordings of tortoise sex. The velociraptors.
Never knew that.
Yeah, the velociraptors were tortoise sex, cuz. But no. What I'm saying is, like, bro, it's. Everything is equal, dog. Like we human, bro. We got the same DNA. We got the same all this type of shit. So what I'm saying to you is, dog, there's different responsibilities that put us in different lanes. Like, nigga, if somebody came in your crib, dog, you not finna send your wife down to get a nigga the hands up the strap on him, cause you finna get up and see what's popping. Yeah. You feel me? So those things put us in different, like, you know what I'm saying? This is what it is. This is what it is. This is what it is, bro. Facts. This is what it is. You do this, bro. It's a balance, my nigga. This is the man. It's the woman. It's the man with. It's gonna be like, nigga, when 100 pieces of paperwork come through the goddamn mail, cuz wifey kick in. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, hold up. Let me organize this shit. Let me make these phone calls and whoop wop. Now, if a nigga getting irate while you out, I ain't gonna be like, yeah, babe, go handle that nigga. Like, come on, cuz. I agree. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just certain shit. Like, and that's it. You create a balance in between. Now, every balance is different. Every relationship is different, bro. So you can't just pinpoint. You can't pinpoint this or that, dog. When it comes to men and women, but it's all about working together, my nigga. Agree. As individuals, you have to be an individual first.
I agree.
Then you have to be a couple.
I agree.
Then you have to be a community.
I agree.
Then you have to be a village, my nigga. So like, you gotta build on that shit, and that's where the disconnect is, my nigga. Like,
so what I'm saying to you, Will, is I actually agree what you're saying on the surface aspect. It just so happens
keep talking about the surface
because
bro.
a lot of us we identify.
This nigga think he a root, bro.
Well, a lot of us. I worked in youth care counseling for 9.5 years. Even though I grew up in a group home, so I was fucked up, but I see both sides of it, and plus my personal experiences. So whenever I'm like listening to people, I'm listening for different things, but it's not on purpose. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I've never been a big, strong guy. You know what my strength was? My willingness to take hits, take pain, and then using my mind. Yeah. That's why I say it's more than one way. So I'm saying is, even as a man, women identify masculinity in different ways. You know what I'm saying? Some women, I know women who get beat on by niggas to this day, but they like, but me choosing to utilize my voice, I sound like a bitch because I'm talking. Okay. But I grew up watching men beat on my mother. Not a man, but men. Okay. But because I don't enforce a particular type of enforcement upon them, they actually think I'm weaker. When really I thought that was a sign of confidence.
What do you do to?
I got flaws though.
What do you do to relieve that tension, bro? Like, how do you do any outreach? Do you anything like that to fucking? Cause like obviously, bro, when I'm hearing from you, my nigga, like that's a situation that you need to rectify, that you need to face and really meet and deal with.
Well, I
don't know if you have. I don't know. I don't know.
I deal with it because I'm able to come up here on a public platform and speak on it. I have my personal experiences, and that's why I asked you guys, what is your views? Yeah. But it's saying, like, I've been through therapy, talked to psychiatrists at a younger age.
Has it helped?
It most definitely helped me because I'm around people who respond off adrenaline and emotion. Okay.
And so let me ask you, because like we're gonna get into the comedy shit right now.
But I have more room to go. But it's part of my comedy.
So and because I seen you, I like your Columbia stand up. That shit was funny. And two, like.
Actually, I'm
it was no. I know. I seen he sent me a bunch of shit. It was like, but the Columbia shit, it stuck out to me because the shit was brutally honest, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like even the jokes. And I'm looking at the shit and I'm like, okay, I don't know if my dog for real, but comedy, cause like you put yourself in a box if you ain't vulnerable. If I can't share you the stories of my life, then what the fuck are we talking about? I don't even want to hear you.
In the same breath,
and it's not funny.
In the same breath, I mean, I buy them a lot too because I take a risk. In the same token, and I'm not ashamed of saying that. The thing about it is, and also you got, different people respond to different things. I identified you guys as being intuitive, intelligent people. Not saying that other people are not. Yeah. Right. You get what I'm saying? Just like I was watching Dolomite movie. You guys seen that?
I did. Fire. Fire.
Awesome. Inspired me. I was watching on my way here.
Dolomite is savage.
But the problem is, when he was successful, he had identified with the lowest common denominator of African Americans. 10 years ago, people told me I'll do better with white people than black people. You know what they told me? Why? Because black people don't like to think. And I didn't even think I was being intelligent. I was just being myself. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is saying that now this particular era we in, even though like I could have gave up years ago. I've been doing this for almost 12 years, right? Mm-hmm. I kept pushing and persevering, and I learned how to bottle my things and sell it in product, and I developed a company, everything. I'm getting to a point with that, I promise. So what I'm saying is, I knew that this was the perfect time, like that Drake and Future, what a time to be alive. Right. I just had to keep pushing. Just like you, if you was to re-engage with your audience the way who you are now, This is the perfect time. How many niggas we know who have awesome talent, but they wasn't around when we had this accessibility?
Right.
A bunch of niggas.
Even you, being from your experience, like, it's just like you smart enough, you hustle enough to know, like, this is the time.
Yeah, a bunch of niggas.
So why you think I would drive 8.5, 9 hours? I done driven all over this motherfucking country, whether pay for free. I'm not stupid.
Right.
You even listen to Verb. I'm a fan of Verb. He talking about the song Perfection. I done did shit for free for the connect. But with me, I may operate a little bit different. But the thing about it is, it's like, it's those who think long term versus short term.
Right.
So that what I'm saying is that I've been shunned for so many times because they say I don't fit the prototype. But in this particular era, niggas like me are in.
There's no prototype.
But I'm saying whatever the case is, people like me are in right now.
And
Catch the wave.
Maybe this is my thing.
Ain't gonna be done in a few weeks, years,
maybe in your profession, bro. Maybe in your profession, in comedy, Hollywood has a certain type, but we have access to the people. You have access.
So
to
you
the people,
telling me?
What I'm saying when it comes to comedy, if I gotta think about the joke, the shit ain't funny, cuz.
You know what's
You know what I'm saying?
I can't say that.
I guess it's for
me
me
though.
Wait a minute. Check me out. At that point in time, if you're in a bar or a club, niggas is drinking. Right. They don't want to think. You know what I'm saying? It's cool.
They always say niggas don't want to think.
Check me out. For me, it's cool. I consider myself a lightweight comedian. I ain't never been on stage. I plan on jumping up there to do some bullshit. I'm gonna go and shoot my shit, cause I'm gonna just risk. Cause I take risks, bruh. I done everything, goddamn. I don't give a fuck about failing. I love it, cause I learn.
Yeah.
But if a motherfucker's drinking and he drunk, or they high, they ain't trying to think, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got to think about my joke, that motherfucker might not hit right. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
So, but one or two or three of them motherfuckers in the set, when you go home, motherfucker be like, oh, damn, this was that nigga meant. You know what I'm saying? Damn, that's cool. But it's like, when you're on stage and when you're doing comedy, cuz, I think that's one of the toughest goddamn forms of entertainment because you ain't got no music. You ain't got shit to distract or anything. Like, if you not funny, cuz, they bombing you. You out of here, nigga.
You don't think I'm utilizing my skill set of reading the room right now?
No. You doing your thing, bro. Like,
I ain't invoked the laughter yet.
You came out the gate. You shooting, nigga. Like.
But I ain't invoked no laughter yet. It's called room control.
I want to go back to what you said as far as the intelligent comedian.
Go ahead. I want to hear that.
Chris Rock.
I personally think that some of the most successful comedians are the intelligent ones.
Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle.
Let's hear them out though. We heard you. I know this y'all platform.
Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, Patrice O'Neal.
Oh man,
my favorite.
Intelligent as a motherfucker.
Tony Roberts.
What's my nigga name? Corey
Holcomb.
Corey Holcomb. He's smart as fuck.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I disagree with that.
So can I add to that as a person in the field? Because I'm not fueled by fame or fortune.
Of course.
I like freedom and flexibility. Those are things that motivate me. Now, with that being said, I don't know if you guys mind acknowledging your age.
Do whatever you want to do, cuz.
No, I'm saying, you 33.
Yeah.
How old are you? Don't be ashamed, man.
I'm not ashamed.
It would be ducking off. That nigga 59.
That nigga ain't ashamed.
59.
30-something.
This nigga
Well, I'll be 36 in January 25th.
Okay.
And I've hardly ever had a birthday party. So, you know, that's the sad part, okay? But the thing about it is this. And is that at one point, I remember when African-American people identified as Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle as being corny and for white people.
I never did.
No, I didn't say you.
But yeah, I feel you.
You know, but the crazy part is, if you really listen to them, they were the biggest advocates on behalf of African Americans, where the other people, not saying they didn't advocate on behalf of African Americans, but they were willing to quote unquote ham it up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like what I'm saying, appeal to the lowest common denominator. And I'm saying that it was wrong, but it's just saying like these two guys were on the forefront of advocating on behalf of black people for the longest, and they just started getting embraced. Chappelle more than Rock. But now when we listen to them, we identify them to somebody who speaks the truth.
And listen, if Bernie Mac was alive, this shit would be fucking turned upside down. But I'm going to say, too.
A lot of what ifs.
I'm going to say, too.
It was the truth, though.
I'm going to say, too, that we don't give enough credit to Whoopi Goldberg as a stand-up comedian.
We don't show her a lot of respect.
She fire, bro.
One woman show.
You ever seen the Whoopi Goldberg stand up?
I haven't.
Woo! But they used to call her coon for days and that, like.
Hey, bro, she an asshole. You heard me?
I mean, she did. Ted Danson did.
Are you drinking it all or just
blackface?
You ain't got me out of town.
I got something there.
Bro, her stand up, cuz. And you know who it took? Like, it took Jamie Foxx. I was watching an interview with Jamie Foxx, dog, and they asked him his top 5, my nigga. And Whoopi Goldberg was in his top 5.
We need to show her more respect.
I said,
who's your top 5 in terms of comedians?
See, can you be patient with me with the answer?
Yeah,
I'm not going to be long with it.
Go for it.
So it's different elements. So as a stand-up comedian, I love, first and foremost, the total embodiment is these two guys off the top. And this is I've matured and grown. Patrice O'Neal, who influenced me to start he influenced me to start my company because I'm like, if he was alive in this era and he was willing to learn a little bit more independent business savvy, this is not to disrespect him. I'm just saying from the outside looking in, this nigga could have been super successful because I get access to venues for a little bit to nothing and I do pretty well in my own way. So the thing about it is, and then Paul Mooney. Those are my 2 favorites for just speaking absolute truth. Now I love Rodney Dangerfield, Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, and then you can go on.
Rodney Dangerfield, though?
Yeah, because he was
He
rapping.
was funny back in the day.
Though.
Rapid fire, self-deprecation, you know what I'm saying, things of that nature. Crazy part, he didn't get on until he was in his like late to mid 40s. He went by Jack Roy, then evolved into Rodney Dangerfield, and he found his niche. So that lets me know life in itself, we all gonna die one day. First of all, I'm motivated by the fact that I'm gonna die. 10 years ago, I attempted suicide. So every day I operate on these 2 words, purpose and passion. Now, I ain't no saint, but the more I live, the more I evolve. And this is what come back to even my belief in the Bible. I wasn't raised in church, but when I started reading the Bible, I thought it was a pretty dope-ass book because it showcased human behavior, that all these motherfuckers was fucked up. So a lot of my influence, I read, what good's a glass is clean on the outside but filthy on the inside. You see it's more clear. If you see a nasty ass looking bottle on the inside, you're like, I ain't drinking out this shit.
Him back.
So what I start doing is I start putting on my fucked up shit first. So you even ask, like, you came here specifically for this. Nigga, I've been hustling for a long motherfucking time.
Yeah.
But I respected you first and foremost as a man and an artist on your principle. I knew it could be a little opposition. I'm glad I got a little bit, and I'm glad it's live because I think you motherfuckers should continue to do this and know even more. Not only you as an artist, but you as a man and an entrepreneur and a businessman. So people like you from a distance, you're like, I don't know this nigga. You don't even know how you influence people. Now, I didn't know you, but I'm glad I got to know you because I'm like, oh, okay, I can relate to this aspect of who he is. So even when you were like when I say my favorite battle rappers, like, I remember when Hitman, they used to call him Young Holla. I remember Young Ill. I remember seeing a nigga from, I'm not knocking them or dissing them or saying nobody from where they from. I remember this nigga was at McClure North. This is me from a distance. I remember they said Hitman used to call in. And I say, this nigga's punking. I don't give a fuck. This is not nothing personal. Remember they say he's calling the J Nix Rap Squad verse. I don't know if that's true or not. But the thing about it don't mean that he didn't. But
Shout
I'm
out
saying,
to Hitman.
yeah, yeah. I'm saying like he's one of my absolute favorite battle rappers. Like I want this nigga to battle Lux, Mook. But I'm saying like, and then Verb.
He'll watch Lux.
Sorry, go ahead. He would, but the reason I identify with Verb, I used to work at the St. Louis Mills Mall, and I remember when I was watching your battle here, I was like, I hate you, bitch. Because you know I'm a fan. Like when anybody come up with LeBron, but the thing about it is, I could say I worked at a place called AR Jewelry. So digital doll tails, belt buckles, or whatever. And then I got hired at Jacoby's Fashion with Dune Knox, whatever. And this is no shade, nobody, because we all in a journey. Now, I never personally seen Verb sell anything. I remember he was already being invested in. And the thing about it is, but I heard about him from an STL stand-up mixtape before I even knew what he looked like. Him and Dutch Jackson. And at the time,
Jackson, I remember that nigga faked his death.
Yes. And I remember being sad.
Hey, whenever Dutch's name come out, dog, I want to stop the show and give Dutch, you know what I'm saying, say what's up to Dutch.
Did you know? Give him pay homage. That nigga's dope.
Did you know that Dutch Jackson is the reason why I got a chance to do 106 in Park? Dutch Jackson used to work at the airport, right?
Yeah.
It was me and 7 other niggas that used to go to New York every week. And that nigga found a way to get all of us buddy passes. We was getting back and forth to New York for $25 a piece.
That's lit.
And they ended up finding out around my 6th week, and he lost his job over that shit. And he still made sure that somebody else got the
you the
job
buddy
done
pass.
so that I could
You
get
real
that
ass
my
nigga,
7th
dog.
week.
That's solid,
He lived in
cuz.
KC for a little bit.
Hey,
I
man,
done met him.
shout out to Dutch Jackson,
dog.
goddamn it.
Shout out Dutch Jackson.
Shout
Dutch
out to my
Jackson.
dog.
And this not to minimize everybody grind, because if we gonna be real beyond the surface of the image, we all been on grind. See, my brother partner named Corey, he used to live over on Evergreen. They started a label called Black Persian. You know what I'm saying? My brother got custody of me when I was 17. My brother was forced into responsibility because our parents were reckless. He got custody of me out of group homes. So beyond all the damage, like, nigga, some of us, you have no idea how we know who we know, what we know, right? So I remember they handed me the STL stand-up mixtape. Verb was actually linked up to a person named Kane. At least the way they were trying to pack it. They were doing that Jelly Joe. At one point they were trying to put, because white trendy rappers was in. But think about it is, I've been listening to Verb for a long motherfucking time. And then when I saw him in person, it was like the myth of legend. This before the battle rap. So I've been a fan of his for cheering. Like I cheered for you because I used to watch 106 in Park. Right. I can't believe, I know we all got various levels to say we got reality lives, right? Mm-hmm. But I can't believe I'm sitting here next to you.
Ha.
Type shit.
Damn, man, I appreciate that.
No. Because I feel like, you know what, even when I go back to that Verb, I'm a Verb fan. So I was kind of cheering for you because like, I'm cheering for you, but I'm a Verb fan, right? From a battle rap perspective, right? But you was hitting that nigga with some, like, fuck, I know this nigga telling the truth. And the thing about it, and the thing, not in some aspects, but the thing about it is, Verb, from the little I know about him, everything he tell you is actually real from experience. Because the little I knew from motherfuckers who knew the nigga, he know my brother Mark. Not saying my brother like, but the thing about it is, it's saying this. It's saying that I respected you, and I can't believe I have the opportunity to sit next to you on your platform to even discuss these things. Like, I actually feel honored. I'm a grown ass man. I don't know how old you are, but I'm honored.
Well, you know where your cause you had a big party after your 106 shit. Where was it at?
At the spot. Was it?
That's where I met you at. He don't even remember.
I battled Zeus before over the phone.
He don't even remember
Zeus with the review.
He don't even remember me meeting him there. He don't remember that shit.
But you remember.
I straight met that nigga. Hey, cuz I'm like, yo.
Let's pay homage.
First of all,
pay homage to Big Will. Pay homage to Big Will.
I say, yo.
You know what? It ain't about dick riding. Let's show respect to people.
No, I told the nigga. I said, hey, I dapped that nigga up. I say, yo, respect, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, you appreciate you. What? He ain't know me from the can of paint,
the crazy part is when you get,
we're here now.
When you start getting acknowledgement, it's this battle between staying true to who the niggas you knew versus like motherfuckers showing you love out of nowhere. It's kind of difficult to balance that out.
Facts.
I went through that 4 years ago.
But you know what? I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, man. You brought up Verb. I gotta keep it a buck.
He's solid too,
one of the most genuine niggas I've ever met in my life. And the thing is, it's like he got this public thing that you see on the outside, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and I just want to tell you that shit is 100% genuine.
He
the same way he acts a fucking ass in public. When you talk to that nigga on the phone, he talk the same.
Listen,
way.
Like he said, I remember
one of the most genuine niggas I've ever met.
He said, I've been knocked up before. It ain't that bad.
Like
he owned up to his shit.
Check me. I don't know Verb like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? But like,
I'm almost 40. I gotta take a piss.
Check me, cuz. And game over.
We about to wrap up.
No. Verb.
I got piss.
He an arrogant nigga, bro, but he's genuine, cuz. And that's how, like, I feel the same way. I be like, if you see me, cuz, I talk my shit, but I'm a good dude. If I can help you out, I can help you. And I felt that energy off of that nigga Verb. Like, we had an interview with the nigga over the phone, and then he was here. Boy was talking that shit, you feel me? But I felt like I ain't feel no phony shit. I ain't feel no phony shit from Holla. None of that shit, cuz. Like, I ain't feel no phony shit, dog.
And for the record, can I clarify before everybody gets... I wasn't knocking anybody. I'm just saying from...
No, we feel you,
I'm just saying from out everything is from out... This ain't for y'all.
I'm about to bail you.
But it's from outside observation. So I'm not saying these things are fact, but I'm saying I've been a fan of these guys for a long time. Facts. So what I respect, what encouraged me in my field of work... Facts. Is the fact that you dudes endured.
I'm gonna do some petty shit right now.
Go ahead. I don't mind.
Ask Will how I cooked him in the Virgos Know Everything cipher, cuz.
Man, that was
that
was one of
what? I can't respect. I can't.
Nigga want to speak.
That's this nigga.
Nigga want to speak.
That's the biggest achievement in this nigga life.
It definitely wasn't. That shit was whack.
First
it was
and
easy.
Foremost.
It was easy.
Stop it.
But listen, let me tell you something.
Stop it.
Did you know? Hold up, cuz. Let me tell you how important women are, my nigga. Black women.
I believe that too.
Did you know there is no single food that provides all the nutrients that a human needs except for breast milk? Get the fuck out of here.
I can believe that because
Titties, big areola.
The child taking whatever the mother taking. So
all right, man.
Hey, tell everybody where they can find you at before we get up.
I'm battered.
Yeah, we just fight. I feel you.
Yeah, man. Tell everybody where they can find you at, bro.
All right, my name is Jason Nelson, comedian Jason Nelson. I own and I produce comedy shows under the company Focus on the Funny LLC. You can find me Jason Nelson FOTF. I have more followers on Instagram for those who give a fuck about that. But I went to Denver for the first time and I had edible for the first and last time. I got paranoid. I deleted everything because they watching. Who is they? I don't know. I was high as fuck. No, I was high.
I feel you.
And I don't even get high like that no more. So the thing about it is Jason Nelson FOTF on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, as well as Focus on the Funny LLC. I'm originally from St. Louis. I left out of St. Louis when I was 27. You grabbed me 20 seconds. I drove to Overland Park, Kansas, out of my car. I had $5 in cash. Because no, not Overland Park. It actually was one of the top 10 cities to raise a family in, which is why I chose it. I believe in affirmation and energy. So the thing about it, now Kansas City is where the fuck I earned my stripes at, in the sense of I knew I didn't know nobody there, just like how y'all in Georgia and whatever. So I had to earn my respect, which is added to my hustle, my grind. But shout out to Kansas City, Missouri, because I fucking love them. Because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be where I'm at. But St. Louis, Missouri, it was taught me how to have a hardened heart a little bit, how to pursue opportunity, and how to get it out the fucking mud. Because even I'm thinking about moving to Atlanta, respect Atlanta, because they had a big influence on how we see things. But I'm like, okay, if I did what I did in these motherfucking areas that's stagnant, how much can I do in a motherfucker with opportunity? But that's just me. Take it how you fucking want to. I grew up homeless. I grew up abused. I watched abuse. I got it out the mud. You could ask a motherfucking body, and I'm not ashamed out of it. And just like 50 Cent, even though I would never do business with the nigga because I feel like he'll throw me up on a bus. The thing about it is this. That he taught me that it's okay to collect pennies to get $100.
I feel that. We got to go ahead and wrap this up because I feel like we can do this shit all night, man. I go by the name Big Will.
And I'm Keith Jones, Mr. Titties, Big Areolas.
Thank y'all for having me on here, man. Appreciate
Did you know?
I didn't anticipate to drink this much.
No, this was Gucci, bro. This was Gucci, cuz.
You ain't do no damage
for me.
real.
I'm out of town, bro. I'm not at home, man.
It's all good, man. Listen, bro. Everything Gucci, man. We enjoyed your presence, man. We enjoyed everything.
Keith, is that your
we out
online? You go back?
Yeah, Keith Jones. Nigga, I use my record.